Hey, Happy New Year everyone. My name is Max and welcome back to the channel. Since everyone is doing their top 10 best, worst, or most anticipated comic lists for 2021, I figured I'd hop on that bandwagon and do a video as well. However, in this video, I'm going to discuss one book in particular that I think is by far the best comic of 2021, and that is Superman Red and Blue, issue number 5. Real quick, if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. Now, for those of you who know me well and have been following the channel for a while, you'll know that I am a total fanboy when it comes to writer and artist Daniel Warren Johnson. This year, I was blessed with an incredible opportunity to meet him at Golden Apple Comics in Los Angeles. Now, not only did I get to meet him, but I had him sign a few comics and actually do a custom art print that will now be forever immortalized in my studio behind me. So it's no surprise that I was going to choose one of his stories as the best comic book of 2021. Now, let me just be very clear. I'm not talking about all 6 issues of this run. Even the first issue of Superman Red and Blue was arguably one of the worst comics of the year, where Superman is deconstructed and dehumanized to the extent to where I didn't even know who I was reading and what character was being seen on the page. So when I talk about this book in particular, know that I'm not talking about the entire series and that I'm only talking about issue number 5. Even more specifically, I'm talking about the last 8 pages in the back, written and illustrated by the great Daniel Warren Johnson. Kind of a random one, I know, but most people don't even know that this even exists. Hell, I didn't even know it existed until Wes over at Thinking Critical and Drew from Comics Elite recommended it to me. Huge thanks to you guys, by the way. So if you missed this on the shelves this year, I totally understand. So for context, Superman Red and Blue is an anthology series that only ran for 6 issues. These anthology series comic books normally don't do very well, just due to the lack of continuity in the stories produced and a lack of consistency with talent in the creative teams of each short story. But this one was different. Like a light in the darkness, this peered through the muck and the mud of modern storytelling, and in only 8 pages did what no other comic book did for me this year. It gave me hope. And listen, I'm not that kind of guy who cries when he reads a book. I mean, I definitely cry every time I watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but that's neither here nor there.
You bow to no one.
But this book literally had me in tears, sobbing like a little baby. Not that cool, like, tear rolling down your cheek, like that manly cry, you know? I'm talking about that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man cry. That's how you know this shit is real. So, listen, before I start crying again just by talking about it, let's take a look inside of the book. We open with a wide shot of an empty but beautiful chapel, its only inhabitants being a priest and Pa Kent. Overlooking them is a depiction of Christ in stained glass. Kent, good to see you. Hello, Father. I haven't stopped by in a while. Please, I can only imagine how much time adoption can take. Congrats on the new baby. How is fatherhood treating you? Well, come sit down. How can I say this? I've been around a while. I thought I knew how things worked. But if there's one thing being a father has taught me early on, it's that I don't know nearly as much as I thought. We see a young Ma and Pa Kent witnessing their son for the first time in his Kryptonian spaceship crash-landed on Earth. Uncharted territory, I'm sure. You have no idea. And when I look into my son's eyes, I sense a fear in me I didn't know I had. How can I be responsible for his growing up when I'm so lost? I don't know anything about the world. I'm just an old farmer in a small town. What do I have to give? Jonathan, do you know the story of when our Savior was baptized? It's been a while since I've opened the good book, Father. There's a moment after Jesus emerges from the water where God addresses him from heaven. And what does he say? "This is my son who I love, who makes me proud. I think if you make sure your boy knows that's how you feel about him, the rest will fall into place. Go in peace, Jonathan. Pa Kent enters the room of his newly adopted son with no understanding or knowledge of who his boy will become in the near future. Yet he picks him up, holds him close, and whispers, "You are special." On the next page, we see Clark growing up with his parents, learning to walk, learning to farm, helping with chores, and going to school. All the while, Pa Kent reminding Clark, "I love you. I'm proud of you. You are special. I love you." Through laughter, through sorrow, through good times and bad. Even as we start to see Clark developing his powers, he repeats, "I'm proud of you. You are special. I love you." But ultimately, as we see on the next page, we all suffer the weight of loss. But memories of our loved ones never go away. Clark hears his father, "I'm so proud of you." He looks to the sky and exposes the great big red symbol of hope to the world. Because now, it's Superman's turn, as he saves a woman from a burning building. "You are special," as he reads to the sick children at a hospital, "I love you," while he eats pizza and creates community with the homeless. "I'm proud of you." And as he looks upon a broken, fear-ridden, and downtrodden society, "You are special." And on the last page of this short story, he bursts out of Earth's atmosphere and looks back upon the glorious creation that is our world. And yet, with all its flaws and all its beauty, he says to the people of Earth with tears in his eyes, "I love you. I'm so proud of you." And the story ends. Dedicated to Steven Johnson. I love you, Dad. This book has so much heart to it. In just these few pages, it effectively tells an influential story of fatherhood that encourages, motivates, and inspires Superman to uphold the mantle of protector and essentially and ultimately father of the people of Earth, all through the beautiful yet simple words of love, compassion, and affirmation. Well, there you go. That is Superman, Red and Blue, issue number 5 by Daniel Warren Johnson. What did y'all think? Do you think that this is worthy of the title of Best Comic of 2021? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope everyone has an amazing new year, and I'll see you guys in 2022. Thanks again. If you liked what you saw here today, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, and also sharing so that other people can see it. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you guys so much for the love and support that you continually show me day in and day out. It really means a lot to me. Thanks again.